I guess they're gonna have the 2 picks in a row at the end, so. Ooh, that's I want to say that's their 5 position maybe. I don't know if we've seen this, but we've seen it from other teams, but we haven't seen it from Fata, of course.
Yeah,
There was a Blightstone Nature's Prophet from
TNC, I think.
Okay.
I think it was Tim's.
Was it not? Yeah, it was a 4 position Nature's Prophet that time.
Oh, okay, but they laned it in the safe lane with a PA, I remember. But yeah, you're right. It was. It was a 4.
We saw Tim's Nature's Prophet twice actually, and once it was when they had a Morph Shaker.
Ah.
Aha.
Did they win the game?
They did. TNC did not drop a game in the groups. They won versus eHome with a Morph Shaker, Nature's Prophet, and then a Puck and a Venomancer.
Ah, yeah, the Veno.
Nature's Prophet brings to the table is just incredibly strong laning. You just go to lane with your Treants, likely a Blightstone. You just right-click people. You have that double TP where you can use your teleportation back to base and your TP scroll to lane to bring your carry more regen, which is incredibly powerful in the early game. So this hero just secures your lanes.
And fantastic at countering bounty runes. The faster you get this morph online, if you manage to get the Aghanims before morph hits level 15, you are on track to win the game extremely quickly.
What's Limp going to play now is perhaps the question. Lina, Death Prophet, his 2 most played. Probably the 2 heroes to look at, but I think Lich first, so
33 Nature's Prophet then?
Or Shaker.
Or Shaker. So then 4 position. Oh, so Handskin Prophet maybe.
Lich Prophet. I mean, you have 2 range supports to just secure more lane if that's what you really want. Shaker can kind of secure his own lane with the fissure block to a certain extent. If they want to do their alliance style, which is just give 33 the bare minimum farm to play with, they can just try lane this Morphling. The Lina would have, I think, looked better than the Death Prophet, because you're not looking for that kind of timing where you can push towers, take Roshan. When your timing is Morphling coming online, your mid just needs to be more of a playmaker, which is what Lina would have brought to the table. Not sure they actually want Death Prophet here, but we'll see.
Ban out OD Razor. Well, Razor would have been good.
I like saying with a stun that can make moves. I hear Fog saying Kunkka. I like that idea. He's a smart man. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, Kunkka would be very nice.
Doesn't have terrible mid matchups. They ban the OD. So
there it is. Yeah. Good call, Fog. He raises his hand.
And they were ready. They saw that Kunkka come. They're like, we got the lane counter ready. Kunkka's still a good hero. This is like one of the few pretty bad matchups for Kunkka. So
yeah, Fata will be playing the Lich. Still don't know what 33 is doing. It's
new hero for Fata.
New hero for Fata. Add a fourth one to the list.
So you have to predict Alliance to win this, Neil, since you.
Oh god, he's playing a different hero.
You're so set on the Shaker Morph. Are you? I better be here in Alliance.
I'm going. Well, so first I want to see what 33 is doing.
Which hero? Yeah.
I would prefer 33. Man, I don't actually know which one I would prefer.
Maybe Nature's Prophet and lane can actually cause Void a lot of problems.
Yeah,
so I might see him on that.
I do prefer it on the Prophet because I also think Prophet is not going to be able to do a great job at bullying a Legion commander.
One. AA is a hero that's notoriously bad at laning against Nature's Prophet as well. That's
exactly.
why Nature's Prophet was getting picked a lot, because like, these 5 positions like AA, CM who can't play against it, but Hanskin picks it up.
Yeah, I would have preferred 33 on it. But I'm still going Alliance, because they got Morph Shakers, the most broken combo in the game, guys.
Do they have enough answers for the Morph Shaker gods?
They have their own, OP heroes, so I actually like Liquid Draft a bit better. This is a test to see just how good Morph Shaker is. If it can't win this game, then clearly it needs some buffs. I start you listening. If Morph Shaker loses, it's not good enough. Give Enchant Totem some more bonus damage or something.
The other thing is that I don't know how effective Ancient Apparition is going to be in this game. They've been first phasing it quite a bit, almost as a defense to a preemptive Alchemist.
Yeah.
And here it was it's still good against Morphling, but you don't really have anything that can, get global pickoffs with Ice Blast. It's pretty much just there in combat versus a Morphling, or maybe a duel. You get some setup with it.
Feels like Boxy needs to have a good game, because he's their guy who's going to go around setting up kills.
Where have I heard that before?
Every single Team Liquid game. And it worked the last series.
It did. Otherwise, they would not be here. They're both already secured top 8, but one of these teams will remain in that, another will be able to claim their space as the top 4, and hopefully for them, go all the way. But we're going to find out what's going to happen in the first game of this best of 3 series with LD and Fog.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Space Jam 2, or maybe Space Jam 8 upon us. We've seen 7 Morphling picks this tournament. Fogged, he is 5-2.
Okay.
Clocking in around a 71% win rate. We'll see how it works out. I don't think we saw him at all like the last 4 or 5 days though. It was only in the group stage.
Since I've arrived,
Like
I
the
can't see
early
it.
bracket.
Yeah, since I got here Sunday, I watched the group stages and I saw a couple of them, but none since I've been here. So, yeah. Okay, and now let's look at this. So, do they have enough to deal with it? I think they do have some decent options, and they do have some good ways to pressure. I do like the way that they have like the Legion Commander. I think that was a cool response to at least put pressure onto it. And I think the Razor pick is like super good. I've seen Koikfa dominate on this hero quite a lot recently. Very good matchup for him versus that Kunkka too.
Yeah, so obviously Liquid have pretty strong late game in their own right. They have the Ice Blast to try and deal with the Morphling a bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, he gets a BKB, you got the Smash Bros coming in here with the double dunks, the double fissures in the mid-game. Could be scary, and it seemed like Alliance, after that Morph Shaker, they really wanted to, as you put it during the draft, like secure the lane. So they get the Nature's Prophet as their third pick. Obviously not going to offer as much in the mid to late game if he doesn't have a good start.
Yeah.
But should help them get some early farm.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at. I think this has been a thing that pros players do for a long time. Just like you see, like AA and Rubik, you're like, dude, these are some squishy supports that don't
Give
do
him the
anything.
old right click.
Give him the Nature's Prophet because they don't. Sure, you can Fate Bolt the Treants and stuff like that to try to solve it, but you're gonna get pressured. They're definitely gonna be focusing. They're gonna just try to be pulling the attention away from the Morphling on the side of Alliance. That is, just try to put pressure onto the Void, make Liquid respond to you so that you can make your Morphling get Aghanims and win the game.
Yeah, he's got 5 armor, Rubik has 2. He's got 61 damage, Rubik has 54, and of course, Nature's Prophet also with the Trance and more HP.
Yep.
The AA, squishy little boy, only hitting for 49 damage without the Chilling Touch. So, that said, they are going to be tri-laning. So Void should probably have a decent lane of it, but it does free up that Morphling up top to have an easy time.
Yeah, they're still gonna put pressure though, right? Because they're gonna be pulling the lane back constantly with the Shaker, and then just Nature's Prophet, the right clicks. I'm surprised this hero actually just like disappeared. I know a lot of teams just haven't really touched him at all, but he has gotten nerfed quite a lot. And I know like No Tail, he still really loves the hero. He always tweets about it and stuff like that. So
Admiral Bulldog probably smiling somewhere right now if he's awake. If not, he'll have a nice little treat. Go with his breakfast.
I'm wondering how much can they actually pressure this Morphling? Because Boxy, Legion Commander, is one of the better ones to pressure. But there's a Lich. Lich is really good at securing the lane for yourself. So I'm wondering if they're gonna maybe even move the lanes, not do a full tri-lane bottom. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out as we see Quad Treants. Mickey wants a rune.
Does have the point in Time Walk.
Actually,
and
just
will snag the rune.
huh.
So ends up being 3 for 1.
And 33 reveals that he has Enchant Totem, not Fissure. Since he uses it right at the start there. So they're going to know he's just focusing on those last hits, not going to be trying to pull the lane back much. And
They are going to go to the 2-1-2.
yep, they're going to swap it up. This is, I think they kind of like have to. It's like, sure, you want to secure your voice farm, but you cannot let Morphling just get a full free farm lane versus the Legion Commander. You have to do this.
So the trade-off, some pressure on Mickey. We'll see how him and Insania can handle this Nature's Prophet.
They're going to have trouble down here, I'd imagine at least.
They have no AoE with the Rubik on.
Yeah, and look at AA hitting those treants. They take 0 damage. So it's gonna be up to Mickey if he can just get those like straight up last hits, because Insania, I don't think he's gonna be able to help too much unless a rotation comes from it.
Well, our mid lane, Koikfa on the Razor up against Limp on the Kunkka. We've seen this matchup a few times. Seems like one of Kunkka's roughest, if not the roughest matchup he has out of, the common mid picks.
I think the two favorite for me versus Kunkka is, one hero's kind of dead right now. One is the Monkey King. I know OG, especially the Thompson, love to play that one a lot versus the Kunkkas, even at TI, and Razor, yeah. These are two of the strongest to shut him down.
So Taiga already spamming out the Fade Bolts up top, keeping the pressure on Nico Baby, but with Morphling we've seen, it's all about getting that level 3, and that's when you become very difficult to kill.
Yeah.
So he's playing pretty safe for now. Mid lane looking good though, 7 and 4 on the Razor, getting those denies.
I think two of Liquid's lanes should win. on paper right now. The Legion Commander Rubik and then the Razors should win mid, but bottom, I think, yeah, it should be hard. But Mickey's starting to get his farm up, and they have a lot of regen down bottom, which is great. They have 4 Tango Salve on Insania, 3 Tango Salve on Mickey too. So
Already got the stick as well. Taiga's taking some heavy damage top. This could potentially be a kill. They've got
he's in
another
trouble.
Frost Blast here.
got stick.
Fada playing with him, but Boxy comes in for the support.
yeah, he had stick plus fairy fire. He's feeling a bit safe, and he's actually brought also 2 salves top. So this is all about the regen war.
The
for
great
Liquid.
regen war of 2019.
And he's going for the kill, Fada.
It's Fada's turn to be in trouble. Taiga has that Mango, has a level 1 Fade Bolt. Is he going to commit for it? Not fully, but this leaves Nico Baby unprotected in the lane. Only 5 CS.
I swear I see. I've seen more fairy fires than ever in the last like 2-3 months.
Just for that outplay potential.
Yeah, just like these supports just trying to go for that little play there, right? It's just like, oh, they used a spell. Oh my god, I used this fairy fire to survive. They got a switch, like turned around kill. Do see it happen quite a lot recently.
They TP out the Nature's Prophet. It'll be, I imagine, rejoining the lane. Maybe thinks about going on Taiga top. We'll see. Hasn't committed with the teleportation just yet.
Maybe he's waiting to pick up an item or two. Yeah, he's picking up 33's items before he heads back down.
So Taiga doing some stacking of his own potentially up here. Just playing with the creeps.
And Mika is not getting pressured that much right now. They're doing a really good job bottom to control and make sure he gets that farm.
So if the lanes don't go well for Alliance, do you think they're in a lot of trouble here, or do you see them as a lineup that can easily recover in the mid game?
I wouldn't call it a lot of trouble. They're in trouble, but the one thing that you look at the lineup of Liquid is they don't really push towers at the fastest rate. So it's all about like if they can actually start to assert their dominance and use their gold lead to actually take over the map. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the only damage they're really going to have to hit towers is the Razor right clicks.
Yeah, press the attack, I guess, like buffing people up. Nico Baby.
Getting pressured here by Boxy. In comes the Lich, the Fade Bolt. Not enough damage to get the kill. It's only a level 2 Morphling though. Fada will usher Taiga away. Shoot through another salve. Lich still sitting on a decent amount of regen. Salve up on the Morphling. Of course, you have to press the attack here on the Legion Commander. He's got his own salve Mango and stick Tango, so it's just all about regen in these lanes.
Yeah, cancels Nico Baby salve a bit there.
Taiga could be in danger here. He's got the 5 stick charges. Boxy's coming in.
The press
the attack. The quick turnaround. Fada, who's going to be our first blood, gets lifted back in. He engages. That's the +1 factor. Abskin comes in. He secures it. Gets up the Sprout just a second late. Fada barely able to hit him. And that will be a 1-for-1 trade.
Nice TP there from, I think he just was coming back up, right, from being down bottom.
Yeah, because it's only the level 1, so 50-second cooldown.
Yeah. Good timing there for Hanskin to come in there, but still, the lanes, it's 1k gold lead anyway for Liquid off of all this, just because of how these lanes are playing out. Mid is 29-9 to the 19-2, having an excellent time.
And bottom lane's even, the CS, despite having this Nature's Prophet.
He's just doing, the thing is, the Void's just doing better than the Morphling, which is always, super important. As Mickey now.
He's going to go on Mickey here. Has the Enchant Totem. Mickey already used his Time Walk. It's down for a while. He does have stick charges. He's got a Quelling Blade. Need one more enchant. They get the kill.
He didn't use his stick charges there. He has to know the totem's coming. That was a little greedy there by Mickey to not pop him early on.
Lot to think about. Wondering if that Sprout's going to come out and just hesitated too much.
Maybe he was thinking, I'm dead anyway, and I want to save the wand charges. Not too sure.
I think he lives with them, though. Because he also has a salve. The Time Walk was cooling down soon, but... Well, back in the lane as the creeps are pushing in, so he'll catch up in CS here.
Yeah.
But that's a big kill.
Yep, big kill for them to get that start as... Who got the last hit, right? It was 33? Yeah, it was. So, always nice to get your Earthshaker some early on kills, as... levels for your Earthshaker means Morphling has a better time when he gets that Aghanim's, and if you have Max Enchant Totem, he's super happy.
And the worst time for everyone else on Liquid.
Yes, absolutely. And especially also because their disables aren't the strongest on Liquid either, right? They only have the Void, the Duel, and the Rubik. Rubik and Void are pretty good because they're quick to be able to catch that Morphling, but yeah, it could be a little bit hard for them to actually get on him and slow him down from just dunking and slam dunking everywhere when it does inevitably come online.
Nico Baby's still struggling a little bit in this top lane. Getting 11 denies on the Legion Commander. Gets another one under the tower. Boxy was not making life easy. Limp, meanwhile, getting bullied a bit away from his own neutrals.
Strong lanes. That's what we're talking about.
He's keeping up in CS, but I think a fair amount of these are neutrals because his net worth is a full 1,000 out on the Razor. Yep.
This is great start for Liquid, and I don't think they should.
Gold lead. They're
They shouldn't.
diving Fada up top, press the attack. They've got a duel. They might just get a free kill here. Fada wasn't able to get up the Frost Shield. He's going to go down. Gives that early damage to Boxy, who's very, very tanky. 1,000 HP. Bo coming in, though, looking for the turnaround. They should get the Taiga trade, but it's a big commitment. Bringing in the Kunkka for that, the Nature's Prophet.
Yep, bottom. Razor, 33.
This is the bigger kill if they can claim it.
He's juking, jobbing, unable to get out.
Not juking good enough. So they get the off-lane Shaker kill, the trade, a Rubik, and of course, big pick off on the Lich with the dual damage early on.
I like that rotation from Koikfa, right? You see the Kunkka's not laning. You have two options. Either you stick and you try to push the tower, or you make a move yourself. So I do like that he decided to be a little bit more active, as his Void was getting a little bit pressured, at least in the lane. I think Liquid should just keep staying up top. That's what I was trying to say before, is just keep throwing their bodies. Even if they do lose a hero or something, if they lose Taiga, who cares? Just keep putting bodies up there to put the pressure on this Morphling. Because yeah, like you said, Nico Baby's getting slowed down heavily.
They are keeping the pressure up, and a Legion Commander ahead with the phase boots. He can just run in with right clicks, force you off the lane. Sure, you may not die, but you're not farming.
Yeah.
And Morphling, obviously a great, hero killer and like mid-game comeback hero in that way, but this hero does not flash farm neutrals at this stage. Like, he needs some big items before he can really clear creeps quickly.
Yeah.
It's not a gyrocopter or TA with giant stacks in the jungle.
Yeah, there was a time where we saw a lot of the Morphlings doing like the, you get the like Morbid Mask, you get that life steal, and you go hit some Ancients at one Agi, but he's a safe lane one, and he's gonna have to...
And you're against an AA, so I don't even know if that's in your early game kit.
Yeah.
Maybe for your farm efficiency.
Maybe eventually, probably, something like that, but maybe not this game either. That's another thing.
They're gonna TP in. They're making a rotation bottom. It's gonna be 3 heroes coming in with Limp. They've got the X, they've got the boat. Mickey caught by the torrent, the damage. It's not enough just yet. He's got the stick charges. He's going to walk it off. The Sprout comes through just to try and block off the path of retreat. Not sure they get this kill, and there is a dive ongoing top as they're chasing out the Lich while this is happening. They need to get Mickey here. Another Enchant Totem. Chronos deployed. Mickey's going to make it out with the Salve. He's gone, and meanwhile, there's a duel on Lich. There's a kill for Boxy, plus 20 damage. Nico Baby still being pressured all the while, and they get nothing.
Everything, I mean, it's really going super well for Liquid. Look at that, like 3k gold lead plus, they get a rotation coming from the Kunkka, they don't set up the kill. Bottom, this is all victories.
And they're getting a tower mid.
Yeah.
Koikfa, maybe not going to finish it yet, but that's a lot of damage. You mentioned they don't have great push, but if there's no one in lane, he can just right-click the tower.
Oh, and he actually just walks in and gets a D-ward just like that. That's... Alright, some nice easy gold for Koikfa as he's walking in, maybe looking for some stacks and stuff like that, but just taking away, denying that farm from the Kunkka.
Alright, so can this Nature's Prophet be the X factor? He is about to hit level 6 on Handskin.
That's pretty early.
They have the Wrath of Nature. They haven't done any damage to towers with him, though, despite the leveled up Nature's Call. Just haven't seen any push opportunities. And honestly, Liquid, they've got great deep push. A lot of AoE, a lot of nukes.
Yep.
So they need hero kills to make these pushes happen.
Definitely, yeah. He'll get there eventually. Like right now he was focused more on just like the laning, like when he was TPing and stuff like to like help the morph, but in time he will start
They're gonna defend mid. They do throw the frost armor on the tower, but Koikfa is relentless, just keeps on whacking away, and he will claim it very early, no defense.
I cannot believe they actually did not send anybody mid for that. That is like the most important tower in the game right now for Alliance, is now Koikfa can just continue walking into the enemy jungle, and Morphling's home is not very, very easy for him, not safe at all.
Yes, to quote Winter, it might be in trouble at this rate.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Home in trouble,
home in trouble. I miss Winter.
I miss Winter. I don't miss him constantly flaming me, but when he's being nice, I miss him.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Gorman.
Yes, Mr. So Nico Baby's got to retreat to the jungle here. Ice Blast comes through onto the shrine, just barely clipping him.
That's just obnoxious. Like this is constantly happening now too.
And they've got this ward. I'd imagine Taiga maybe thinks about a new ward placement. Doesn't have one in his inventory right now.
Speaking of Taiga, also we see some gold appearing above Taiga's head because Koikfa is farming massive stacks that were stacked by that Rubik. So getting a little bit of extra gold for that Rubik, and Koikfa.
Thanks for the arcane boots.
Yeah.
Any moment now.
Koikfa's 110 last hits on this Razor right now. Everything's just working together here for Liquid.
And the thing is, even if Mickey was under farm, that's your damage in the Chronosphere. They are going to find an opening top, though. Rotation on the Boxy. Last hit going to Nico Baby, and it's a killing spree.
Oh, that's a lot of... Uh-oh. He's gotten a kill.
Oh, no. Let it begin.
No, it's too... A little
Let
too...
it begin.
It is actually,
There's your flash farming potential with the overwhelming odds.
and the press the attack too. It's actually a really good thing that he can turn into early on.
He's got one component of the eggs. You know, some money towards the second. It looks like he's skipping the Yasha early, which we often see.
Yeah, that's usually like your farming kind of mechanic item. So it looks like he just really wants to, get the Aghanim.
They're just feeling like, get this eggs and let's just frag. Bottom lane, 33. He's been caught out. They committed a chrono for this. Can they bring the Earthshaker down? They need a bash. No, not even. Just shatters. Nice kill by Liquid. That was the second Ice Blast. And it scores a kill as Hanskin is rather boldly farming the enemy woods here. Picked up his Vlads.
He really wants to snipe a courier. It looks like. Dude, look at that ward put up there. He's been here for over a minute now, just kind of chilling. They really hope that Mikke would get that last kill though, because he's queued up the Midas, so he's trying to go for a bit of a greed build. As they do have a pretty good lineup if they can actually scale quite hard.
I think this works when your Razors had such a good start.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need the Void to be the big right clicker in fights. And he should be able to get off Chronosphere in the mid game, I would say. Though at some point you do have to worry about that chain stun from the Morph Shaker. Liquid are gonna smoke though. They send 3 to top, potentially backing up Boxy.
They want to get aggressive wards down. Right now they don't really have much vision on the map at all. They only see that bottom side. Yeah, you see them drawing that circle there. Insania's like, yeah, we gotta start covering our bases. You know, Morphling's starting to get away with go to the jungle and farm up. As the second piece of that Aghanim is picked up now. So nice smoke.
We're gonna see some battles with this. You know, you don't get this Ags rush with no Yasha just to like chill and farm. They want to get some kills.
Yeah, he's actually knocking. He might have it. So early on that it's like he's
might
quite
catch
far away.
them off guard, you know.
Like the morph duration talent's also really important for him to have to be able to actually abuse that a lot. So he might have it before he even hits level 15 of this raid.
Could be awkward.
A little bit for
We'll see.
Alliance, yeah.
And they're losing towers at an alarming rate as Tier 1 top fell, Tier 2 top now being threatened. Koikfa just fearless with the with the Yules standing behind the enemy Tier 2.
Oh, bottom. Boxy, he's setting up.
Duel number 3, it's looking likely. Ice Blast coming in. Fissure interrupts, at least blocks the duel damage.
But he's dead.
But he's gonna shatter. And meanwhile, in the jungle, they found Mikke, pulling him in. Can the Lich make a big play? Not enough damage. Just walks it off.
He actually just ends up surviving again, and that's before he even has the level 10 talent. They're just trying to blow everything on him. What was that? Was that Boat and Chain Frost? It was. They used everything to try to bring him down, and they couldn't.
That's a concern.
Yeah.
It's still a level 1 boat. You know, Koikfa's level 13, and this Kunko with all his ganking is only 11. Level 2 boat, maybe that's a kill, but...
They got looks like they got, the 1D ward, I believe? Yeah, they did get the 1D ward, but a sneaky ward was placed by Liquid up on that little clip there that you can, you cut the tree.
Juicy little sliver of vision into the dire jungle.
It's a tough one to D-ward, too, because if you actually don't have vision of the high ground there, you can't actually do anything. You have to get vision in order to see that the tree was cut down. Otherwise, you can't actually cut it. It's a really weird kind of mechanic that works for supports.
And they don't have... I guess they could TP on the hill, potentially, but... Here comes the initiation. 33, catching up Boxy, but who's caught whom? He gets the bounty rune. He gets out safely, and it will be another triple bounty rune grab for Liquid. Up 6k gold.
Yeah.
With a Void, building a Midas, with an AA to deal with the Morphling later on. If you were going to write a script to counter Morph Shaker, this would be the start.
Yeah, and it's looking good because they've taken 2 towers. I think they do want to start moving forward and trying to get another tower down here. That's really important.
Moving on to Limp. They get Koikfa in position. The Lich there to protect him. Throws out the defensive boat.
He's out.
Will disengage.
Pop the drum charge and everything to get out of there.
Has to respect that early duel damage on the Legion commanders. Taiga's going to find Hanskin. Sprouts him up, quick lift, drop him back, and reinforcements arriving. They're going to commit the chrono for this. Ice Blast is on cooldown, but they don't need it. Hanskin will go down. Last hit to Taiga. Already Aether Lens complete.
With the pace of the game that's going, right? Mick is like, whatever, I'm just chronoing whoever I see in front of me. Like, a kill's a kill. You know how defensive at the moment Alliance is playing. Alliance can't really make moves on the map. So, yeah, sure, why not?
Is a Morphling Ags enough?
He's about to have it. Is he going for a solo Insania?
Don't think it's enough damage.
He's going, he wanted it, but yeah, it's not even close.
If nothing else, it's like, just limit his ability to farm safely.
Yep. But now they know Insania's down here.
And will he stick around?
They're hunting. They don't quite see him.
They don't scout him out. He will TP away, and Nico Baby keeps on farming. So, that's the eggs.
Eggs complete with levels are Shaker. He does have Max Enchant Totem, so that 144 build is available for Morphling to have a lot of fun with. And for us to all have fun with as we watch it.
We'll
If they can make it work, because Liquid they're doing everything right so far.
Taiga just harassing up here top, and they are making a move on bottom with Koikfa. Slowly lashing Hanskin. He's got the Yule Scepter, but just gets the vision. And now
Another duel.
there's the duel and another win. 30 damage on Boxy.
And we see, of course, Boxy is doing the little hood trick. You lock your hood and disassemble it in the fight, so you get that pipe complete for the double barrier usage. Yeah, they're doing, like you're saying, they're doing everything right. They're moving from lane to lane, getting these pickoffs, and they keep continuing this gold lead without losing much of anything. Koikfa, Yules, and BKB done pre-20 minutes.
The ping came out right away from Taiga, so they have seen this Ags rush, and they're aware it's online.
Yep.
And now back towards the Manta. Alliance not like in any rush to make a move here, it seems.
From what we've seen in the past, why would they be, right?
Is it that game though? I mean, they have so much locked up for this guy. Chrono, the Legion duel, Rubik with an early Aether Lens, now building towards a Blink. And you've got the Ice Blast, so he can't just rely on healing up in fights. It's not a free Morphling game.
No, definitely not. There are some. They do have some cooldowns though, right? The Chrono and Legion duel are pretty long. Besides that, it's just the Rubik lift to catch him, so it can be a little bit difficult if they don't have the good positioning for it. But yeah, that Aether Lens is definitely going to help. And if he gets a Blink Dagger at a good timing, those instant disables are always amazing.
He's farming some neutrals here as Liquid look to descend on the mid lane. They just saw Nico Baby.
Look how defensive Alliance is playing. They're just like, all right, everybody kind of stick together. Be very careful. Liquid's really strong right now.
There's already a BKB up on Koikfa. He is 3k up on the Morphling.
He's had a flawless game so far. I mean, over 10 last hits a minute.
Really reminds you of like the old Fada Razor, where he's just somehow like keeping up in farm while constantly pressuring.
I think this is one of Koikfa's like new best heroes. I know people always used to talk about him as like the lone druid tinker kind of guy and everything like that, but he's really expanded his hero pool a lot recently, and I mean his Razor has been dominant in most of the games.
Especially when you get to last pick it and you know the matchup.
Yeah.
That always feels good.
And they snap picked it. They knew they knew the Kunkka was coming, so.
Pipe now complete. All the tools for some additional pressure coming online.
Blink Dagger too for the Legion. So more ways to catch that Morphling if he's not expecting it, as we do have the smoke now coming out. Nico Baby, he's turned into the Earthshaker.
Oh, the scan caught it though. They know.
Oop.
And he pops out of there. Fissure off the mark here. Taiga's like, I would love to snag that. Can't get in range though. They do get a solitary D ward out of it.
And we see that Morphling, the cooldown, how long it really is early on. Of course. It's level 18 when it really gets super insane because it's always up with that morph duration, but yeah. It's pretty crazy. That goes from 100 to 40 seconds at 18. That's one thing I actually didn't notice how low it is at your max level, 40 seconds.
Here comes a duel at the Bounty Rune, and another duel win for Boxy. 48 damage. Almost to a free Sacred Relic here.
He's having a very good game. I mean, everybody on Liquid so far is having a super solid game. Now they're invading, taking some farm away too.
10k gold lead.
Quiet game though, only 9 to 4, but Liquid's doing it just right. Everything is going perfect.
Looking to show the new alliance that old alliance still kings of the sand pit.
I thought we would be having a lot of trouble with this one, just calling them the wrong names over all the time, but so far so good.
I mean, there's not really any grudges between the players. It's more just, some fans thinking that Alliance did load a dirty. Or I guess Liquid now. But here comes the fight as Fada gets off the Sinister Gaze, delays the inevitable, blows the Chain Frost. That's on cooldown for 100 seconds, and Liquid are going to push.
He has 262 damage too, so he can just take down this tower pretty quickly.
Oh my god, look at the damage, like you said. Big tower melting. They are going to catch out Mickey. They get a fissure. Can they find a quick kill here? The secondary fissure does not hit Mickey, though. And Nico Baby, respectful and hesitant. Not jumping in. This is not how we're used to seeing Alliance play around Nico Baby. Like, he's normally a very aggressive carry in the mid game.
I think they're giving respect to how well Liquid did in this laning phase. Like, they are absolutely aware of what's been going on.
He's found Handskin. He's got Chrono, and
Nice crowd.
Ice Blast is coming in, but not going to come.
I think you have to give the kind of respect to Liquid when you see how the way things are playing out. Sure, 10-4 kills don't always mean anything, but you get a feel of a game when you're pressured this hard in all of your lanes and you're not actually pressuring the void in the bottom lane. So, yeah, this is.
So 33 is not going for an eggs of his own. He's got a Yule's queued up, a potential Shadow Blade or Silver Edge later on.
Oh, so we won't
Kind
be
of a utility shaker.
won't be seeing them slam together as we love seeing, both of them jumping in on each other. But
It's just not the same. We want full Harlem Globetrotters here,
actually, he doesn't even have it like queued up like way later on. He's got Yule's, Force Staff, Shadow Blade.
I will get all other items before I get this
Yeah,
eggs.
but interesting to see that.
Any sense of timing here for Liquid? Like, is there a point where they want to try and take high ground, or are you totally content to just sit back, got your GPM talent on the AA, your head and net worth, Void with the Midas, and just chill and farm?
I think you're pretty content. It's like, yeah, Morphling Shaker, it's this extremely strong combo, but Void is also an insane hero, especially in the later stages of the game. This hero just wins majority of the games if it goes late. Just because of the nature of Chronosphere. And they don't really have saves either. If he does get, like, if they just get a good Chrono, someone's dead.
Another duel, and likely another kill. No, Fissure comes in, gonna interrupt that. Hanskin turns around with the defensive Sprout, and will make it out. Ice Blast just a bit late.
I think he would have been okay anyway. He has the hood plus the pipe that he was teleporting to pick up.
Did not disassemble and complete the fight.
Yeah. And also, they have the Midas Void too, which all these little things do start to play together that they can just scale infinitely on that Liquid lineup. But it's all just what is the potential. This is where, like you said, this is the time to test. Can the Morphling or Shaker do it? Especially with this type of advantage that Liquid is. And the way they're playing super
I
disciplined.
mean, if they win this game, then I think the argument, like you see it first two picked, you've got a full draft to counter, you've crushed the lands, barring Liquid just throwing. If they play their best and they still lose, then you gotta think the Nerf hammer is coming.
Yep.
Frog is watching.
Nico Baby now does have that 15 talent. He's sitting around there, Shaker quite a bit. Helps a little bit with that cooldown. Good for that mobility. And it continues to just be Alliance kind of playing the huddle. They're all playing pretty much within like a couple seconds of each other to make sure that they don't get pressured by Liquid's movements.
And Liquid are just continuing to push the gold advantage.
farming.
It's not staying static here.
Yeah.
Now up to almost 15k gold lead.
10k experience lead as well. It's just continuing to go up at the same rate.
Nice steal here for Taiga with the level 4 Torrent. Combine that with the telekinesis and the longer duration.
Yeah, that's actually
That's
very
some
good.
serious chain stun.
Probably I'd say like his second best deal he could get in this game, I think. I mean, like Boat and everything too, but Boat's super. I think like, Fissure and Torn are the most likely you'll get as your best ones. Boat is, of course, amazing, but very tough to get sometimes.
The X could be nice if they don't need more damage.
Yeah.
Defano will get a bounty rune here, and Taiga quick to come in. Throws out the stun. Follow-up duel is there.
Another
And
one.
More damage for Boxy. 66.
Literal infinite scaling.
That is a good point. They should just go for a 100-minute game. All right. Case closed. There is no point where Alliance can outscale Liquid now. This has to be one of the best Legion starts we've seen all tournament. He's 5-1-3. He's 5th in CS, which is very impressive considering how active he's been.
Yeah, I feel like the hero just kind of disappeared in the last few days, and I'm not really entirely sure why, because I think he's still super strong. Like, teams are all about picking this hero for like the last 2 months, and then now recently just like disappeared. This is a perfect display of why the hero is.
I think we've seen a little more of teams sacking the off lane and just like kind of leaving someone to their own devices
That's true, actually.
the last couple days, but this is what can happen.
He's getting roasted with two heroes pretty much. Boxy's just playing outside, using press the attack, using his pipe.
There's
Well,
no
like,
way
cancel
for
lanes.
Alliance to go into this pit with like the Nature's Prophet Lich support duo. They just feel very outgunned in team fights.
Yeah.
Like they need these chaotic, snowbally morph engagements. And tough to get those started when Liquid are so far ahead. You're probably not catching the Rubik unless he blunders. He's got a blink up now.
Rubik with a blink. That's a
And an Aether.
and he's got 2,000 gold. This is, I mean, this is the dream for them to just be able to catch the Morphling too.
Good luck protecting your fissure at this point.
Yeah. I think he might actually just have to go for BKB on Nico.
He wants to set up. He's going to jump on Hanskin down bottom. Gets the lift off into the Torrent. Ice Blast coming in. Reinforcement in the form of Boxy was in the neighborhood, but just a bit too far away. He's not going to try to follow that up.
Bit too scary. They don't really see anything on the map.
Here come the TPs, though. They see tier 1 bottom. They do not want to leave these outer towers up any longer.
Quake's farm is insane. He's a Satanic as well now, you know, just chilling on a Satanic at 27 minutes with 2 other items.
Where it gets hard for Morph Shakers if they can't chain burst the carry.
And that's
exactly.
He's got
BKB, Yules, and Satanic. So many interruptions.
And there's a press the attack behind him with a pipe, so they have so many different forms to kind of protect this very tanky Razor.
I love this build from Quakefa, and it's like the least optimal Morph situation.
Yeah.
He gets his BKB, but again, there is still a Chronosphere, there is still a duel, and they're going to make a go here. Committed jump onto the Lich. They're going to try to find Limp as well. Huge takedowns, and now 84 damage on Boxy. I mean, systematic from Liquid.
After such a long game, after like such a long time in this game where you're looking, you're like, Alliance is not making moves. I think as Liquid, you're like, all right, we can start just killing people over the map when we see them, because Alliance just doesn't want to fight us at all.
Mickey feeling himself. All chat has that Aegis and shoves in the middle lane. They're going to see Hanskin farming bottom, and Tiger wants to punish this. TP coming in from the Legion Commander. They'll likely have an Ice Blast any moment. 3 seconds to go. He's going to hold onto the lift, get sprouted, 4 staff right out, and that should be a dead Nature's Prophet. Good lift, good Ice Blast. They love to wait for the duel here. Oh! Foxy a little. He's like, Tiger, please. Can you just chill, bro?
He's got the attack proc and just insta-killed him pretty much. Oh.
He's getting a heart too. So who are you going on at this point for Liquid? I guess AA if you can find him.
Yeah, they're all gonna be pretty tanky to get burst down by that chain stun combo. Oh, look at Liquid. They're just continue 18,000 gold lead.
Surely at some point Alliance is gonna try a play, right?
That's what I would imagine as
well.
But
I just feel hopeless when I'm them. I look at all these Liquid heroes like, we don't have that much vision. There's no one to easily jump and pick off, so maybe we just have to wait for Liquid to get cocky.
The thing is, they don't really have playmaking supports on Alliance, right? Like,
right. They have that Lich NP.
Lich NP, so it's up to the cores that just have to kind of try to make that move, but they're trying to make sure that they get their farm still. Like Limp, he wants this Halberd. Nico Baby, of course, wants to get as much farm as possible. It's really up to 33 to try to look for these moves, but it's tough. Level 18 now on Morphling. This might be where they start going, right? He's going to always be in Earthshaker form now with that Morph duration plus his level 18 skill point.
Alright. They're moving in, grouping up. But grouping up against Liquid, that team fight combo is fearsome.
Yeah, and they've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left until that Aegis is gone on Mickey.
Fada's gonna be the man in front, as he often is, trying to set something up here, but Liquid sweeping in from behind, gonna walk right into Hanskin. Treants scouting him out. He'll farm those up, thank you very much, and the scan hits Paydirt. Finds these Alliance heroes retreating frantically. Smoke coming through as they try to get back in the trees, but they're gonna run right into Quakefa. Quick hop away from Nico Baby. He just wants to get out, and they're gonna sacrifice Fada. Another kill for Liquid. The chase, not going to find anything else. Alliance are gone. They'll try to grab bounty runes, but look at Liquid.
Look at Liquid immediately with the TPs.
They want to fight. They are not giving away free bounty runes. Alliance actually not even going for this one bottom, but they are giving away free Nature's Prophet here. Quakefa locks him down. Here comes the Void. Here comes the duel. I'll take that damage, and we are now into 3-digit territory. 102 plus damage.
They're playing the map so well. The way they just move, they take the fight top.
Mid lane, Echo Slam. They get Taiga here. Quick assassination. They had to play it perfectly for even that. But that's a dominating streak. That's a big kill. The rest of them should get out safe.
They're still a little bit hesitant because of that Aegis. It is going to be ticking down. That's why we saw them kind of just ditch the fight immediately, because they're playing into an Aegis in that area. Now they're back up in farm. There's no Echo Slam available.
Yeah, you know that's not called out as Liquid? You're pushing. Yeah. Quakefa will take this tower. He is just, he actually doesn't even have backup, but does not care.
I mean, he's so strong.
He's a thick boy.
He really is.
Butterfly coming soon. Man, that's a great solution to this Morph Shaker right click, I suppose.
However, the problem is that when you are Enchant Totem, you have True Strike.
That is true.
So he will actually be able to hit him,
But it's probably not enough to finish him. So, like, those extra right clicks afterwards, likely able to BKB Satanic.
yeah. I mean, he should have time. He's still very tanky. He did take the Armor Talon, which is a little surprising for me. But maybe just because I've seen when you're like really far ahead on Razors, people do take they take the Eye of the Storm thing. Just a lot of damage. As a heart is now finished also on Boxy. Oh my god. There's a lot of very
They
tanky
are
heroes.
big.
Yeah.
They are strong. Could they possibly lose a fight? That is the question.
Just don't get split up. Don't do some tag team stuff. Don't run around as two. That's where you start getting comboed by them.
No clowny
careful.
circus shenanigans.
Nope, just still be careful. You have an 18k gold lead, but we've seen the potential.
That is where the Nature's Prophet could maybe come in. He's building towards a Hex.
He's farming pretty well.
Pretty far along, and the nature of that hero is to